Luis Figo, the White Handkerchief War. This wasn't a transfer, it was a public execution. One summer day, Barcelona's untouchable artist appeared in a Real Madrid shirt, and an entire city felt cheated on live television. Camp Nou turned into a courtroom with 100,000 judges. Every touch of the ball became an insult. Coins, bottles, and eventually a pig's head rained down like medieval punishment. The stadium stopped being a pitch and became a theater of revenge. The idea was simple: buy the symbol, not just the player. Florentino Perez didn't want goals, he wanted psychological damage. He wanted Barcelona to watch their own hero wearing white like a confession. In the Clásico, Figo took corners like a man walking through a riot he started. Security rings formed around him as if he were a politician in a war zone. Children who once wore his shirt learned new words from their parents. Everyone knew he'd left for money, and that made it worse. Not for ambition, not for trophies, for a number on a contract. It worked because Real didn't just sign a winger. They stole Barcelona's reflection in the mirror. They forced an entire identity crisis with one signature. But one misstep and he would have needed witness protection. Beautiful, toxic, historic. And the next betrayal made even this look civil. Sol Campbell, the walk across North London. This wasn't a move across town, it was a grenade rolled from Tottenham into Arsenal's dressing room. Fans didn't just feel angry, they felt robbed of family. A captain is supposed to age with you, not elope with the neighbor. Murals were ripped down like bad memories. The mechanism was cold: run down the contract, smile at the fans, then disappear through the red door at Highbury. No warning, no fee, just silence and a new badge. In 2001, he walked out at White Hart Lane wearing the enemy colors like nothing had happened. The boos sounded rehearsed by an orchestra of heartbreak. Arsenal got an invincible, Spurs got trauma. One club received a wall, the other received a wound. It worked because Arsenal didn't just sign a defender. They signed Tottenham's pride and used it as a trophy. But one bad performance and the streets would have swallowed him. Genius move, personal crime, and the next one proved loyalty has a price tag. Ashley Cole, from one of us to public enemy. He wasn't just a left back, he was Arsenal DNA. A boy from the academy who looked like the future in short sleeves. Then a photo in a Chelsea hotel lobby turned him into a traitor before he even kicked a ball. The flash of a camera became louder than any tackle. The pitch suddenly felt smaller when he returned to the Emirates. Every touch sounded like glass breaking. Every overlap felt like a confession. One clear rule: follow the money, deny everything, release a book later. He even said he was trembling with anger at Arsenal's offer. And the internet never forgave him. Chelsea used him to build a dynasty, while Arsenal fans watched their own youth weaponized against them. He became proof that blueprints can be stolen. Everyone knew he'd win trophies. That wasn't the point. The point was the broken promise on a human level. It worked because football forgets morality when medals appear. But socially, he paid every week. Cold, efficient, ruthless. But wait until you hear about the striker who betrayed two cities at once. Carlos Tevez, the Billboard Betrayal. This looked less like a transfer and more like a hostage video. One day he was Manchester United's street fighter. The next, Manchester City printed his face above the words, "Welcome to Manchester." A marketing campaign designed like a slap. The city split like a bad divorce. Red shirts burned, blue shirts laughed. Pubs turned into courtrooms without judges. The idea was simple: steal identity, not talent. City wanted to prove the power shift with a human trophy. At Old Trafford, he ran like a man chased by ghosts he created. Every sprint sounded like an apology he refused to say. Everyone knew this wasn't about football. It was about ego between clubs with shared bus routes. It worked because City bought symbolism during their rise, but emotionally it detonated bridges forever. Petty, perfect, unforgivable, and the next one still gets booed in 2 countries. Mario Götze, the night Dortmund cried. This felt like watching your little brother join the villains. Dortmund built him, loved him, sang his name. Then he posed in a Bayern shirt before the Champions League final. The timing was the knife, not the move, the moment. A photograph turned into a funeral invitation. One rule: announce nothing until the worst possible day. Suddenly the boy wonder looked like a corporate logo. Bayern didn't need creativity, they needed to weaken rebellion. They signed a warning to the rest of the league. Dortmund fans held scarves like funerals. Even Klopp looked older overnight. It worked because Bayern don't just win leagues, they collect rivals. But Götze never became the hero he left to be. Tragic, calculated, sad. And the next betrayal tasted like pizza and Naples tears. Gonzalo Higuain, the Napoli heist. In Naples, he was a saint with a number 9. Children wore his face like a second baptism. Then Juventus arrived with a suitcase full of temptation. The city treated football like religion, and he changed churches overnight. Murals turned into dartboards. Taxis stopped playing his goals on repeat. The mechanism, activate the release clause, skip the goodbye, hide behind agents. Suddenly, 36 goals meant nothing. At the San Paulo, he touched the ball, and the stadium sounded like a volcano learning swear words. Every corner became a trial. Everyone knew Juve didn't just buy a striker. They bought Napoli's hope and locked it in Turin. It worked because trophies erase guilt. But emotionally, he became a man without a home. Clinical, cruel, effective. And the next story rewired England. Robin van Persie, the Guard of Honor. Arsenal waited 8 years for him to bloom. Manchester United waited one phone call to harvest him. The Emirates felt like a broken promise factory. Kids with his name suddenly owned outdated shirts. One simple rule, write a statement about ambition, then score against your old friends. He did both with perfect grammar. Left foot like poetry, timing like betrayal. United won the league immediately, and Arsenal fans watched their captain lift another club's trophy like a personal insult. A guard of honor that looked like a hostage march. Everyone knew he was right professionally, which made it worse. Being correct doesn't make you forgiven. It worked because football rewards the impatient. But legacy-wise, he changed addresses on his own statue. Professional, painful, predictable. But nothing prepared Spain for the next earthquake. Neymar, the gold-plated escape. Barcelona thought they owned the future. PSG proved no one owns anything. This wasn't betrayal. It was a billionaire jailbreak. A 222 million euros goodbye note wrapped in gold. The pitch looked lonely without him, and the board looked smaller than their suits. La Masia dreams suddenly had price tags. One rule, pay the clause, ignore the culture, invent a new era. He left Messi like a best friend at the airport gate. Everyone knew it was about being the sun instead of a planet. About headlines bigger than shadows. It worked because PSG bought a global face. But Barcelona lost more than goals. They lost direction. Shiny, loud, expensive, and Britain had its own civil war long before. Mo Johnston, the old firm nuclear button. In Glasgow, religion and football share the same breath. So when a Catholic hero signed for Rangers, the city forgot how to breathe. This wasn't a transfer. It was social chemistry exploding. Generations argued at dinner tables that night. Scarves turned into flags of anger. Old friends learned new distances. The mechanism was simple. Break a century-old unwritten rule and watch history argue with itself. Even teammates didn't know where to look. Reporters whispered like they were covering elections. It worked because Rangers didn't just sign a striker. They signed a statement against tradition, but the streets never forgave completely. Brave, dangerous, necessary, and the final betrayal might be the coldest of all. Ronaldo Nazario, the silent switch. Barcelona adored him for 1 year of miracles. Inter loved him through 2 years of pain. Then Real Madrid took the leftovers and turned them into gold. A second act written by Destiny's accountant. This felt less like betrayal and more like fate-changing shirts. But Barca fans never agreed. One rule, follow greatness, not geography. He chose the Galactico light over loyalty. When he scored against Barcelona, it looked like art arguing with memory. Applause fought boos inside the same lungs. Everyone knew injuries changed the story, not love. Yet football doesn't grade context. It worked because Madrid collect legends like stamps. But emotionally, it closed a circle with scars. Elegant, inevitable, bittersweet. And every modern move still lives in its shadow.